Hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot. For today's pick a card reading, we are just going to be figuring out a message you need to know right now. Sometimes I like to do these open-ended readings just to let whatever information needs to come out from your inner self to be able to let that just come to the surface. So if you're new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to center your energy, and focus in on pile number 1, 2, or 3, and if multiple piles call out to you, there may be a message in different piles for you. Once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for those timestamps, and I'll also pin them as a top comment. Please remember though, these are general readings, so only take the information that resonates with you, your life, your situation, and just go ahead and leave the rest behind. Without delaying this any further, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate on your cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Hello, group number 1. Let's go ahead and find out what you need to know right now. And we're just leaving this open-ended. We are connecting only with your inner self. I don't ever channel or call in any outside spirit guides or archangels or anything that could be dark energies posing as the light. I just go straight to the source, which is your inner self, which is directly connected to the original source creator outside of this matrix, the creator of everything. That is where we are getting this information from. So starting out, let's see what you need to know right now, group 1. And you have the Solitude card with the number 41. You might be seeing the number 41 a lot. 4 plus 1 also adds up to a 5. So there are changes coming to the way that you show up in solitude for yourself. Your mind might be quieter. You might be going to new places to connect with yourself, or finding different ways to connect to yourself. Solitude doesn't have to equal loneliness. And what I see with this for you is this contemplation, this quiet, to allow that clarity of thought to come in and allow the energy renewal that I think so many of you are just so excited to have, especially at the time of my filming. It is becoming, we are already in springtime, but here in Montana, it's a slow and steady progress towards springtime. And it's a very fresh and clear time for a lot of people, not everybody, but I see you being able to get that clarity coming up. So what you need to know is make time in your schedule, make time in your life for some solitude so that you can really tune into this new energy that wants to pour in for you. All right, let's get some tarot in the mix for group 1. What do they need to know right now? Ooh, we have the Page of Swords. Yes, listening, because your inner self, your spirit is trying to speak to you. And there might be some divinely guided, inspired ideas, just inspirations to start something new, just these aha moments and epiphanies that are coming in. Might even be some communication you've been waiting on if you are in a no contact or kind of ghost situation with somebody in your life. You might be finally getting some communication from this person. Whether you want to open up that line or mode of communication or not, I guess remains to be seen. That is your idea or your prerogative, whether you want to open these lines or not. But yeah, just be mindful. There might be someone, if they're not directly reaching out to you, they might be looking on your social media or just asking around about you. You might even hear by way of someone you know that, hey, so-and-so was kind of asking about you or wanting to know like this about you. You might be hearing it by way of someone else as well. Then we have the Queen of Wands. But what I would like to say, specifically those of you that just don't really want this energy back in your life, just stand your ground, really stand in your sovereignty. Of all the cards in the deck, I always associate the Queen of Wands with sovereignty and authenticity and creativity and just passion to move forward. And it almost appears to me that this little mouse guy, field mouse, I don't know what he is exactly, but he is almost sweeping, like cleaning up his own energy, cleaning up his own mess to just really feel good about where he's at in life. And I see this as your energy of just wanting to clean your energy field, literally maybe physically cleaning your area, your space, your work, your home, your car, just wanting to cleanse your own aura, your energy field, to get it as clean and crisp and clear as you can, to allow this beautiful new energy that wants to come in. And I'm really drawn on these cards here specifically to the purple. It is so powerful. This purple color is going to be such a power color or a statement. You know, painting your nails, wearing purple, nail polish or purple accessories or clothing. Just really allowing the color purple to infuse you with this beautiful spiritual / inner self energy that wants to come online for you. All right, let's get a couple more cards. What group 1 needs to know right now? Ooh, we got 2 right there. Look at that. Okay. So we have positivity and magical. So yes, very similar color schemes we have going on, even further, continuing this reading. Similar color schemes. I love to see when the colors all just come together and feel very collaborative or cohesive in some way. I just love that. So yes, maybe you are even just kind of looking at the aesthetic of your clothing, your wardrobe, your home, just finding new ways to use color to enhance certain areas or draw back energy in other areas. But really, there's this time of positivity coming in. It's not even a fake it till you make it energy. There's just going to be a lot more in your life that you're feeling upbeat, feeling positive about. Almost miracle energy is at play right now with the magical cosmic energies that are flowing in to assist this planet. Of course, we're the ones here doing the work. There is no savior. If you don't resonate with that, you don't have to take that message, but you really are your own savior is really what I see with any obstacle, any challenge, any threats that are here. You're the one that's going to need to step up and protect yourself or clear your energy field. But there is almost a sense of magic and wonder about the energies that play in your life. Things are just lining up, and I just heard green light go, and it feels like things are finally moving forward. So specifically for those of you that are just another day, another thing to deal with, that energy is shifting to where you are excited to let your feet touch the ground in the morning and you just hit the ground running with excitement and passion and inspiration for the life you're living. Even if things don't really seem to be much different on the outside, it's these internal shifts or energies clearing the way of those old energies for the new energies to come in could also really amplify this just inspired energy in your just sense of happiness as well. I looked up and we had the right speed error. So hopefully, as I was talking this whole time, you were able to see what was going on. So my apologies, let's continue. All right, additional guidance. What group 1 needs to know right now? Additional guidance. Okay, there's our 2 right there. And we have here the lilac energy. This actually came out on our Patreon collective. So if you are on Patreon watching this early access, hello, and yes, enchantment. So this is about bringing magic into your life. And we even talked about the color purple over there. This card inspired it all. So the fact it's, major weird kind of warble ringing in my right ear as well. So again, with enchantment and magical, there's just this mystical, magical, otherworldly, other realm energy going on in your life that it's not just flying under your radar. You're able to sense and pick up the energies around you like no other week before or month before or year before. Things are really amplifying, again, in a good way though, finally a good way. And then we have the Rosemary card with Purify, the message of purifying, cleansing your aura, cleansing your field to clear the way for all of this new energy is going to be paramount. It's going to be imperative that we clear the way because we don't want to muddy this beautiful new energy with all the old stagnancy and yuckiness, all that old sediment on the bottom of your glass that should be now running crystal clear because you've done the work. So once you can purify that water of this glass, it can be crystal clear to allow that, conductive energy of water. Water is such a conductive energy. So literally getting into a bath or a body of water. I'm even seeing someone being able to do like a deprivation tank or something like this, a float tank. We have a place here in town where you can go float and just meditate or, whatever it is. But it's a very spiritual experience, really. But just cleansing your energy through water or even blessing your water to help it clear your energy field. That's something I do. And I'll just show you guys before we go. I have this little kind of protector on the bottom of my water bottle, but let me peel it off and show you what I contain within it. The very bottom of my water bottle, I have this little affirmation that I've written that every time I fill this, and once in a while, of course, I'll have to clean this, but, and I'll pull this out and read it once in a while as well. But if you would like to create your own, it just says here, my body and systems use all the beneficial parts of my water and lets go of what's not helpful. My water revitalizes and replenishes my energy, systems, and body to perfect balance and alignment. I get the full hydration and nourishing effects of my water. My digestion works perfectly and my lips and skin are moisturized and supple. My water hydrates me to perfect balance. So you could write something similar and I just, put it right down in the bottom of that so it's not going anywhere. I'm not going to lose it. No one thinks I'm weird because I got this, little ritual in my water. It's just there. And it stopped recording again. You guys, my apologies. This is something that I am really, really working toward with my ad revenue here. I checked it this weekend. Year to date, since January 22nd when I got monetized, we have hit the $66 mark of ad revenue. It won't pay out till we hit that $100 mark. All of your donations are really going to be what's helping to get us this new camera so we won't run into this issue all the time. So thanks again for those of you sending the super thanks. It's just below this video, or the donations to my PayPal. I do have that linked below if you would like to help the cause of getting a new camera so we just don't have to deal with this right speed issue constantly. I just feel like a broken record, and I think you guys deserve quality content, and I just don't feel I can provide you that quality content, and it's completely out of my control at this point. I wished I could just get that new camera and get it going and just provide you that quality content, but it's going to take some time. But your donations are going to help us get there much sooner. If you felt so inclined with the energy exchange here today and wanted to give back to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it, and thank you so much, and may it return to you 1,000-fold. Thank you so much. But thanks again to the rest of you for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things, and I really truly do hope to see you, Group 1, right back here at Harmony Portal Tarot. Alright, you guys, bye! Hello, group number 2. We're just leaving this open-ended. We are connecting only with your inner self. I don't ever channel or call in any outside spirit guides or archangels or anything that could be dark energies posing as the light. I just go straight to the source, which is your inner self, which is directly connected to the original source creator outside of this matrix, the creator of everything. That is where we are getting this information from. So let's get into what you need to know right now. For group 2, we have the expansion card with the number 25. So 2 plus 5 equals 7, that very spiritual number I'm always talking about over here. This is about connecting to your inner self. And the year 2023, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 equals 7 as well. It's a universal year, number 7, for all of us that are following this Gregorian calendar. So the energy is very ripe for you to tune in and discover deeper aspects of yourself, expanding into the unknown, into your true cosmic nature. And this could involve rituals, dance, feast, fire, just all the ways, all the spells, all the intentions that you're setting to be able to expand into greater version of yourself is really what I see here. Massive, massive apologies, you guys. We got the right speed error. This just frustrates me to no end that I can't provide you guys the quality content I'd like to be dishing out for you. So hopefully we can get this new camera sooner than later so we won't have to deal with this. Since January 22nd when we got monetized through the day of my filming, which is March 27th, we have made $66 in ad revenue. So your donations would really help get us there much sooner. Never ever expected, but always greatly appreciated. So let's get back to our reading. So let's get some additional guidance on what group 1 needs. Sorry, group 2. Group 2. There might be a message in group 1 because of the Freudian slip there. But what group 2 needs to hear right now, what they need to know right now. Okay, Queen of Wands, look at this. This just came out in group number 1. So, yep, Freudian slip, I'm calling you group 1. This also came out in group 1. So at the very least, there's a collective energy, collective message between groups 1 and 2 so far, maybe even group 3. So yeah, more bang for your buck, so to speak, around here. But yeah, this is really about tuning into your sovereignty, about this sense of purpose and passion behind what it is you're here to do. And a lot of times when we have this awakening, or as my friend Amber put this, as the rude awakening from the awakening, we can really almost feel the sense of purposelessness, or what's the point of life. But what you guys need to know right now is you do have a very big point to your life. There is a point, there is a purpose, and you cleaning out, I just saw this as a little broom this guy was holding here, cleaning out all the toxicity, all the baggage, all the energy, not only from this incarnation in this lifetime, but all. Really tuning into any soul contracts, karmic contracts, soulmate energy that, especially soulmates that aren't like active in your life right now, cutting or pulling cords from those soulmates, because this will just keep accumulating this karma from lifetime to lifetime and keep that reincarnation cycle going. Or, kind of like a soul trap even. But that's one thing that you can't trap here in this realm is your spirit. And that is your inner self, directly connected to that spirit, that part of you that is directly connected outside this matrix to the original source creator. So tuning into that part of yourself can really help this expansion take flight even more. But like we were saying in group 1, if we have all this old energy and old baggage, and we're still trying to bring in something new, it's going to really muddy the waters of this new energy. So clearing as much of the old and toxic out of your life as you can. Be this physical items, locations, people, relationships, situations that you just don't want to associate with anymore. Clearing this out, purging, decluttering your energy and your physical space at home, at work, your car, wherever it is you go. And maybe even helping others do the same, helping others. Maybe you ask a friend if they would like to come help you declutter, and then you go help them declutter, so it's more fun. It's not just you feeling like you're doing everything. That could really benefit. And we also have the 9 of Cups, so there's wish fulfillment here, and I love this little poodle-looking dog. Very cute. With the curly mane here, I love it. This might be a message to some of you that have like naturally coily or curly hair, that maybe you're finding some dream products, or you're just having a lot of really good hair days for all of you, wearing these beautiful hairstyles, natural hairstyles, even my wavy girls out there, just really sporting what, nature gave you and really feeling blessed to have what you have. And this too is really about wish fulfillment in some area of life. There's a wish coming true. So what you need to know right now is don't give up on a dream, because there's a wish coming true for you very soon. It's going to be different for each of you, so I don't really feel the need to really dive in and try to elaborate.
But for most of you, this is something you wished for or hoped for or even worked for a very long time, and you're finally going to see the fruits of that labor.
Okay, so our next information coming through on what group 2 needs to know right now. There's our 2 cards. So we have here wish. What was I just saying about a wish coming true? Yes, I love this. This is so exciting. I'm so excited for you. And we have nurture, and there's a home here. So this is about really nurturing your home space, the people that live at home with you, yourself. The home that you are everywhere that you go in this world is your physical vessel, your body. So really nurturing your body, your home, maybe even your landscaping around your yard if you have that. And just really nurturing and cleaning up, this little mouse with the broom kind of wispy thing here. Cleaning up that energy, cleaning up, nurturing, just doing it in a very loving way, a very 7 of Pentacles, very nurturing energy coming in here. And specifically also Empress energy is coming in hot as well. But yes, there is definitely some wish fulfillment being fulfilled for you very soon. And the symbol of the crow might be letting you know that this wish is on its way very soon. If you see a raven or a crow, that's going to let you know, hey, it's not too far off. All right, let's get some additional guidance. But the more you nurture and take care of yourself and your physical belongings and just space and the energy around you, the quicker you're going to be able to manifest whatever this wish is. All right. It's almost like being very responsible for the things that are already in your life is going to bring you more for which to be responsible for, if that makes sense. Okay. We also have Tiger's Eye with balance. So yeah, being able to find a nice balance between all that hard work and effort that you've put into something and then sitting back and opening your hands to be able to receive it. Because if you just keep grinding and going and going and going, you're not going to free up enough space in your aura or your energy to then bring in something new or to receive. So finding a balance between the doing and the receiving, the giving and the taking, that's going to be the key here to really bring this in for yourself. And what else you need to know right now? Taking action. Yes, again, finding the balance between the taking action and, of course, the receiving. There is a lot of divine feminine receptive energy here with the Queen of Wands, although she is kind of a go-getter, so, she's very creative. She's not afraid to, roll up her sleeves and do some stuff. She's getting to work. So there's action here. But there's also that divine feminine of, nurturing, kind of tending to things, not like so action-oriented, but just kind of puttering around, doing this, doing that, but also making sure you're taking care of yourself. Self-love, self-care is very important here as well. So finding the balance between, the hard actions, the forward momentum, and then the rest and the reception of that energy. So that is your message. Group number 2, again, so sorry for that right speed error. Hopefully sooner than later we can get a new camera and not have to deal with that anymore. So thank you so much for your time and effort and patience here on my channel. feel free to let me know below any thoughts you have on your reading, any stories you want to share. If you would like to donate, the link for my PayPal is in the description below, and I also have that super thanks button. I would greatly appreciate it, but it's never, ever, ever expected here. But it's just a big thank you to those of you that do that for that energy exchange. I greatly appreciate you. And as always, thanks again so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you, Group 2, right back here at Harmony Portal Tarot. All right, you guys. Bye. Hello, group number 3, last but never ever least on my channel, and we have the crystal ball here, and it says you are magic, and that helped you select your pile. So this is just a remembering that you are magic, and what I had hidden behind the sticker is the word hidden. Very interesting, and we have that very divine feminine number of 13 here. So the number 13 is going to be very lucky for you guys coming up. Also adding 1 plus 3, that equals 4. That's about nurturing, that's about balance, stability, that's about support from your own inner self. But this is all about wisdom, working with the elemental realm, the fairies, uncovering the truth. So making sure you're vetting out or setting very clear boundaries and sacred boundaries and intentions when working with any other energy that is outside of yourself. But you are uncovering some hidden truths, some hidden wisdom, some hidden knowledge, and maybe even for some of you, because you are magic, some hidden talents that you did not know you had. And it's very funny when I said talents, it almost in my head sounded like talons. And we do have these birds here that probably have some talons. So this is about getting your claws into something, but not in an overbearing way. This is just claiming what's already yours. And she has some very long nails going on here, very claw-like, very talon-like herself. So just not allowing that which is yours to slip through your fingers. You're having a very firm grasp on the things that are meant for you. So let's get some additional guidance on what group 3 needs to know right now. I'll write this one, and ooh, that's 3. We're taking them all. You're going to be the only pile with 3 tarot cards. So we have here the Tower, the Wheel of Fortune and Judgment. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So major transformation is coming for you. I mean, you are group 3, so you already know what's up. If you've been on my channel for any length of time, you know group 3 knows what's up. I think we're kind of cutting off that Judgment card, so we'll kind of hide hidden on this one just so we can see that Judgment. Yeah, let's do that. Now we can kind of see everything, hopefully. So yes, wow, something is you're leaving some energy behind. Let's just put that out there. It's not always going to be comfortable. That Tower, even when we know a Tower moment is coming and we're ready for it, are we really ever ready for anything? Usually probably not, but we deal with it, we get by, we do the best that we can with the energy at hand. So there's something in your life that is over, and you've known that it's over with the Wheel of Fortune. You're wanting to close this cycle out, but you're trying to find the best way forward. And even when you're excited to end a certain thing, there still are these bittersweet emotions. If this is a relationship you are trying to end, or a long-term career or position at one job and you're wanting to leave and get a better job or something like this, yeah, there's a lot of happiness maybe in letting go of all of that old baggage, but at the same time, you remember the good times, the good memories, the good things. And usually in life, so many of us, we get so complacent or just almost comfortable, even in chaos at times, that we won't leave a situation until it's going to be more uncomfortable to stay than it will be to leave. And I think so many of you picking pile 3 have reached that point in a relationship or a situation where it's now become more uncomfortable to stay in this toxic situation than it will be to, go into that uncharted territory and into the unknown, into the hidden, because you have this innate wisdom within you to uncover a new version of yourself or a new way forward for yourself, a whole new cycle from which there is a lot of spiritual up-leveling coming in. You're leveling up in such a big way, and you to try to continue to operate in that old energy is only going to stifle you or hold you back, where you need to expand and grow. Not need to, I mean, there's never a need to, but you're feeling this need, this deep urge to expand and grow. And we really did have that energy going on in group 2. So if you felt drawn to group 2, feel free to check it out. But yeah, lots of major arcana here, major transformation coming for you, and that's what you need to know. Just being aware that karmic cycles or just toxic cycles are closing out. Whether you're ready for them quite or not remains to be seen. But I think so many of you are just kind of at your breaking point or your end point in something, and you're just ready to take that next step. And you know deep down, and maybe closer to the surface, that it's going to be the best thing for you. But it's, just the, well, what if this and what if that, and the unknowns that are maybe holding you back. but you're ready to grow those wings and fly and be ready. It's very interesting because we've got this beetle that appears to have some like phoenix-like wings. We also have this, fish-looking dude with some very, these don't look like fins. These look more like feathery wings to me. And of course, the wings of this fly here. So there's a lot of flight. You're ready to take flight. All 4 cards have wings because we also have these birds with the wings. So you're about ready to take flight in a very big way in your life, and just be prepared. So this isn't that full energy of taking that leap of faith and hoping something's going to catch you. You're catching yourself. You've got wings. You've got the wings. All right. So we have here 2 cards. These 2 also came out. I'm going to just mention them. I don't feel these were specifically your pile. These are more your pile, but we have family and meditate. So some of you are maybe wanting to connect closer to certain family. Maybe you're taking a flight. You're flying to meet up with some family. Also meditation. Maybe you're growing some nice wings in meditation and flying to a whole other area of just quantum existence. So we have here angelic and manifest. And this to me isn't angelic, like the angelic realm that's talked about in a lot of the spiritual communities and New Age movement and whatnot. This to me is just tuning into your own quote unquote angelic energy, your own pure and untainted spirit. That is really the message I'm mostly getting from this. And we do have a cat, and it almost looks like this is like a ghost of a dog. I feel like it's probably just kind of part of her clothing here, but I'm really getting this sense that someone is missing a very beloved pet or animal. Dog specifically, but if you are really resonating with cat or bird or anything else, use your best judgment if this is your message. But I really do see spiritual support from this loving familiar is really what I'm seeing here. And then with manifest, this is beautiful energy. We've got kind of this fall-like scene going on, or autumn-like scene. But it feels to me like you're just like feeding off the death of these leaves to utilize that as the fertilizer from which to rise from those ashes or from that death and rebirth that really does come with the tower. So you're knowing that maybe certain things need to end so that you can have these new beginnings, but you're going to be able to manifest this deeper connection to your own inner self, or what we'd call maybe a hidden self, because a lot of us really do over-identify with our soul or our ego, which really to me are 2 sides of the same coin. A soul is kind of that part of us that keeps the score, the karma, the tab from lifetime to lifetime. We can taint that soul aspect of ourselves, but the spirit, the true essence of us can never be harnessed or tainted or controlled in any way. But a soul can. It absolutely can. Soul contracts, soul binds, soul, all sorts of things. So this is about you reaching above and beyond any soul matrix construct of what you should be doing, and just tuning into your inner self and allowing certain things to fall away so that you can embody more of your higher light. So powerful. Group 3. All right. What else does group 3 need to know? And we have the air element, state of mind. With all of these wings, of course you're going to need some air to help you move and navigate in that air. So this is about also your mental process and being able to not allow, because so much of our day-to-day mental process and just thoughts that pop in aren't even us. We are not our thoughts. That is one thing I just want to get clear for you guys. We are the observer of said thoughts. We are not the ones sitting there purposely trying to think of certain things, although we can use our mind in that way. But I would say 90 to sometimes 95% of the way our mind is utilized is kind of almost like a hive mind, collective consciousness. Dark entities will plant seeds of doubt or things about our self-esteem that just aren't good for us, so they can feed on that negative energy. They utilize our mind more than we do. And if you can just start observing the thoughts rather than thinking you're the one thinking the thoughts, deconstruct that sentence, you would really benefit from just observing those thoughts and not attaching to certain things, because us attaching and then getting frustrated can really create that loosh or that energy from which these negative entities will feed. So really decluttering even your state of mind, or if you keep having this repetitive thought that keeps popping up and you know you're not doing it, this is usually dark entity interference or even false light. These dark entities pretending to be you or your spirit guides to try to, get a rise out of you so they can feed off that energy. Again, we got 2 more cards coming in hot. So what do we have? We have new moon, new beginnings. And another thing that I think, is kind of a false light construct is the moon. I know I'm going to get a lot of, what is she talking about with that? But, just tuning in and having this, I guess, higher awareness that I had before. I don't think the moon is a natural part of this earth. I feel it is very much a, engineered or construct part of the Matrix. Who even knows exactly what the purpose of the moon is, but it is really very controlling of a lot of things that it probably shouldn't be in control of. And it really has been that hijacking of the divine feminine that was taken from the Venusian energy or Venus energy. But we have Toad here, which is about awareness. So it's very funny, what I'm being seen as someone licking a toad. I know that was a thing, I don't know how long ago, in the 60s or something. But just knowing which toads to lick so you don't poison yourself or something. But this is about having awareness, about using that inner wisdom to see through any hidden agendas, dark light, matrix, false light, matrix, any of this. Having that higher awareness, tuning into your inner self to be able to overcome these obstacles or these walls that are ready to fall for you so you can have these bright and beautiful new beginnings energetically and even in the material world. So that is your message. You guys got a lot more cards than everybody else, but I hope this resonated for you. And you are the only pile we did not have the right speed error. We had it twice in group 1 and once or twice, I can't remember now, in group 2. So yeah, we're kind of going through it. And on my live stream last Friday on Harmony Portal Tarot Live, every 30 seconds, it just would not record. It just kept saying right speed, right speed, right speed error. So every 30 seconds for 2 hours, I would just have to reach up and push record again, and it would buy me 30 seconds, and then push it again, over and over for 2 hours. And I don't want to continue to do that. And our ad revenue is very slowly increasing, but since we got monetized on January 22nd, we have made, from then until now, which is a little over 2 months worth of time, we've made $66. That ad revenue will pay out at the $100 or above mark, and it usually takes a month after you hit that for you to get that money. So it's going to be a while until we get that new camera, but your donations, if you feel so inclined to donate, would really help us out. So you can donate a couple ways. We have the super chat, which is below this video somewhere, and also in my description link, we have my PayPal link as well. So, very, very much appreciated those donations, but never ever expected. It just is such a lovely thing that you guys are doing to help give back energetically to the channel, and I greatly appreciate it to those that feel so inclined to do that. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you, Group 3, right back here at Harmony Portal Tarot. Alright, you guys, have a blessed day. Bye!